Hey guys, Sid from Sid's Trains here, and today we're going to be checking out a really cool type of steam engine. They're big, and the Pennsylvania Railroad sure made sure they're fast. Let's go check out the Pennsylvania Railroad style Duplex locomotive. So the other day I realized I hadn't ran my Lionel S1 Duplex or my MTH Protosound 1 Duplex in a long time, so I decided to pull them off the shelf, pull out the passenger cars for the S1, and run them around for a little. And that got me thinking, why do I like these engines so much? It's not just the way they run or the way they sound, it's the way they look. That's really what makes them appealing to me. Sounds and functionality are the main thing about models, which you want, but the way they look is really what sells them as a model. People buy things in a catalog because of the way they look. A Blue Comet is more flashy looking than just a black Pacific type engine, so that's kind of what it comes down to, is just the way they look. And I remember when I first saw both of these engines, they really caught my eye. Like I said in my video for my S1, I didn't order it initially because in the catalog it didn't really do anything. The picture was from the side, it didn't show much detail or anything. But then when I saw it in person, I was like, I need this engine. And of course I bought it, and I'm really happy I did. Same thing with the T1. When I see them in a picture, they're not very interesting. But when I saw video and up close photos of them, I was like, I need this. This is an awesome engine. Something else about them that's really appealing is that they're a duplex style steam engine, where there's two sets of cylinders, both fixed to the frame. So they're a rigid frame steam engine, but with two sets of powered drivers, which is really interesting. Both of these engines have that, but the S1 here is just huge in comparison to the T1. It's so much longer and overall a bigger engine. It's as big and bigger than the Union Pacific Big Boy. That just shows how crazy of an engine it is. And when you look at them, it's just so cool seeing the two separate set of drivers. On a normal Northern type or Hudson, there's just all these drivers clumped together, but here they're separated, which is really cool looking. Something else that these engines have is this awesome bullet torpedo nose, shark nose front. The S1 here has a very torpedo style nose. It's very pointy and it's rounded. You then look at the T1 over here, and it's kind of this cone shape that comes to a thin kind of wedge at the front, like a shark nose diesel or a shark nose. That's why they call them shark noses. It's just that look, that wedge look at the front, which is really cool to look at and see going down the tracks. Something else about both of them is when they're just sitting here, they look like they're going super fast. And in real life, they went super fast, and that was because of this streamlined casing they had. They're both streamlined steam engines, and that streamlining gives them great aerodynamics for going fast. Now, these are not the only Pennsylvania Railroad duplex style steam locomotives. The other two major ones are the Q1 and the Q2. They were not as flashy looking as these. They were more freight styles of engines, or they looked like a freight engine because of the way they were designed. They were streamlined and then non-streamlined. Most people look at them in the non-streamlined form because of the way they've been produced in models. But both are very unique in their own ways. But I personally do not own them, so I was just going to showcase these two models here. Now, if you haven't watched my two videos on these engines separately, I definitely recommend checking out those to listen to the sounds and get a better close-up view of them. But I just wanted to take a second to just kind of advocate and just remind myself and others that these are awesome engines. I've been going through my collection and running more engines that I have because I don't run everything as much as I should. I shouldn't just run one engine. I buy my trains to run them. I don't buy them to put on a shelf. And that was kind of what this video was. Seeing these engines run reminded me of how nice they are, and just reminds me that I should run them more often. And anyone should keep that in mind with their collection, whether it's big or small. Don't just run one thing. Run all of your trains so that they all get a bit of exercise now and then. You don't want them to just dry out and sit on the shelf. But to wrap up this video, we're going to hook these engines up to some passenger cars and run them around for a little. As always, like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. Comment below and tell others about the channel. I'm Sid, and I'll see you next time, guys.
This is the Yardmaster. Get us set up running. Your train will be ready at 17:30. Over. Okay, let's get to work. Out. Dispatcher, go and assign the register book. Out.